Call me Quirky. Quirky!
Thank you.
Holy crap! What if the guy who's taking the picture standing there naked? Because that's my picture.
Oh.
There's a short period of time in my life where I was unemployed because I got fired from my job, and I was drinking wine and watching soaps, and I realized that this was not a good combination.
You'll enjoy it. It gets better. Today is a sit around and yak day.
I think we're just gonna have a bitch session today. Well, sometimes you need to bitch about stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's my first bitch. The weather.
Oh my god. What does it say?
48. I believe you'll find that it says 48 degrees. Yes, indeed. Oh, let me show that too. I forgot to show that.
No, it says that can't be.
Where are you? 49. There we go.
It didn't reset.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, and there's a small craft advisory. So if you
Don't
from
go out on the
5
lake.
p.m. to Wednesday 2 a.m.
Mhm.
So don't go boating before that, which I wouldn't go boating anyway. But
No, don't do it.
not in
Don't do
Lake Michigan. in
Not
this
on a
weather.
day like today. You don't want to go out there. Hey, Wildflower, how are you doing, sweetie? You are like first in and the only in. I don't know what happened, but everybody's probably dealing with stuff. Hopefully, the nasty ass storms that hit last week didn't affect too many people. I would hope. I would certainly hope.
I think the mid section, like from St. Louis over, that section got slapped bad.
They got hit. They got hit hard for sure. So we had a special announcement today that we're gonna wait until a few more people trickle in, because Wildflower, you could be the first to know, but hey, why not? Let's wait.
Because I don't want to have to keep repeating myself.
Yes, that's true. And
Like,
there's
dude.
Greg.
Did you not look at the clock?
Boy, you're giving people shit for coming in like a
No.
minute late or two.
He knows I'm
Oh
kidding.
my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my
He
god.
knows.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You
Hi,
and
sweetie.
Wildflower, Greg. You're like it right
You're-
now.
You're it, baby. You're it.
TC can't be here because he's got work, because he has to go to the office now a couple times a week or
He-
something.
Well, yeah, and he was going to be working Monday, but then he had to work today because he was home yesterday because Kim was not feeling good. So
Yeah.
there you have it. So yes, I was upstairs talking to
Okay.
mother. Okay, no, that's a legitimate excuse.
That because we love her
legit.
and
Does my hat feel like it's over the wrong way? Anyway, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah,
your head just bothers you constantly. Your hair, your hat,
my hair, my hat, my thing. There's hello, dear.
and
Welcome.
coffee. If coffee is
Yeah.
like a thing, then yes.
Just say hi to
Hi,
Mr. Pickles.
and Mr. Pickles.
I was gonna say you usually spit out Mr. Pickles too.
I am not with it today, kids.
Yeah,
I am not feeling it. I have
Two
like,
I had 2 cups of coffee.
yeah,
I had
that's
2
about
cups of
my
coffee.
limit.
Yeah, I had 2 cups of coffee. I got up early,
Though you've been mixing the Costa Rican coffee.
which doesn't hurt. Which does not hurt. Costa Rican coffee is like the best coffee. So yeah, greetings everybody. Salutations. We will be making a special announcement today. So hang tight. I want you guys to
How is
know
Mr.
what's going on.
Pickles?
How is Mr. Pickles? Yeah, Destiny. How is Mr. Pickles?
Really,
Hi,
Mr.
everybody.
Pickles. We've never met
Mr. Pickles.
but
I've
we
seen
like-
Mr. Pickles. I've heard Mr. Pickles.
3 is mine, and I'm on number 3 now. You go.
Oh, you go, buddy. I might, I'm feeling it. It's the droopy kind of nasty Michigan weather. And I'm not sure. Maybe Destiny's having the same kind of weather over there because they're on the other side of the lake. It is, it's cold. I don't like
Mr.
it.
Pickles is a grumpy old man. Tell Mr. Pickles right now, I can totally relate.
We're
The
feeling
right
it.
side of my body
feeling
has decided that it doesn't really like me anymore. And so
Yeah.
parts that I need really hurt.
DC, welcome, honey. Thank you so much for coming in. Hey to you as well. Yeah. So it's just been a week. What can I say?
Do you guys ever have it where your shoulder like really
She woke up
hurts
with a bad shoulder.
like a mother trucker? It woke me up at 3 o'clock this morning.
I got up.
It started yesterday.
I woke up to go to the bathroom, and about 3:30.
It was closer to 4.
closer to 4, and
Hey,
yeah.
Virginia.
Hey, Virginia. Yeah, and I'm like, Mary's not in bed anymore.
I got up at 3.
Where is my wife? And it was very quiet in the house. It wasn't like you were up doing anything. It was just like, now I got to go find my wife.
I got up, I took a Tylenol, and I was awake,
Mhm.
and I'm like, this sucks. So I decided instead of trying, I can't really toss and turn in bed when my shoulder hurts this bad. And so I thought if I sit up in the recliner, that might help and I won't bother her.
But so I talked her into going back to bed and trying. So wait a
So
minute.
I did, and then I
Found out
slept in.
that Pickles likes one of Jasmine's friends, and unlike him, oh my god, it is unlike him to do. Well, obviously he found his soulmate.
Birds are like that, though.
Birds will connect with people, and yeah, birds and other cats too. Any animal.
But birds
Either
are
they like it or
particular
they
to like a certain person.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of experience, but
I was going to say,
birds I have
did
met.
you have birds? Did you have
No, I had people I knew in my past life that had birds. Cockatoo, he was fun. Oliver
the cockatoo.
He was a trip. He just wanted to eat my jewelry.
Not
I was
healthy.
like, no, don't eat my earrings because like
that shiny. Hurts. They like shiny things. What the heck?
So yeah, getting dressed a little bit ago was
not fun.
Not
getting old a bitch.
Good.
That's what I like to say.
So there's icy hot. There's arthritis cream.
Smells lovely.
I know. The knees, everything. I'm like, screw it.
Yeah. She smells just lovely.
It could be Bengay.
It could have been worse. Yeah. I mean,
stuff stinks.
Icy hot isn't as bad, but Bengay was, yeah.
Bengay.
Sure. So it's an arthritis-y kind of day.
Mr. Pickle talked this poor kid's off for a good 5-10 minutes and did that, try to bite him.
Aww.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. They bite.
Birds?
Yeah, they have a lot of defense mechanisms.
They
like
be a little bit sometimes, but
I'll just bite you.
Talking your ear off is better than biting your ear off. That's the way I look at it.
Maybe if I, pass away in my older years, and I can come back as a bird and
I think
bite people.
I think you could come back as a bird and bite people. I see that. I can see that for you.
Oh, I had a friend years ago. They have fibromyalgia, and it took them forever to diagnose it because we're talking 30 years ago. And yeah, it just.
Mm-hmm.
So I really. Is it raining all day?
All day. 100% chance of rain.
3 o'clock this morning.
Cold and rainy is the way I'm looking at
it. And gusty.
Since we went on vacation.
Not busty, gusty.
Since we went on vacation, it's just cold. It's just been cold and not cool. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You had that. I haven't had it yet.
Don't even, yeah. So, yeah, all new icons for shit, and then you don't know which text message icon you're supposed to use. And between Android, Samsung, and Google, you're like, I don't know which one to pick. Yeah, and I went to go text a friend of mine last night, and her number disappeared.
So you don't have that friend anymore.
The text messages. So I had to send her. Hopefully, she has the same email, because I had to email her.
So leave it to Samsung and Android to just make friends or lose them for you.
I have to do it this arm. Patrick,
Mr. Man, Patrick, welcome, dear, welcome. Hello, sneaking in. All right, enough people here. What do we got? We got 7 people here. That's fine. 7's enough.
Yeah, because
people will trickle in.
The news will get around.
The news will get around. So, guys, go ahead.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
So there was a reason we went to Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
1, we needed the vacation, and
God,
2,
did we need the vacation?
Guess where we're moving to this year?
Yes, it is official. We are going to be liquidating our assets here in the U.S.
I wish I could liquidate my assets.
Not that kind of assets, sweetie, but I'm just happy with your assets. Fine. It's true. It's true.
So we have chosen Costa Rica as the place we want to move and live.
Yes. So you heard it here first, as they say. This is not an April Fool's joke. It's not April 1st. It's the 20th of May. So yeah, it's not April 1st. We will be moving to Costa Rica as soon as humanly possible, which means we have to liquidate all our stuff and sell our house and our car.
And our bikes.
So yeah.
I know. Sorry, I hate to spring it on you like this, but
Yeah, we know.
we didn't Sorry, I hate to spring it on you like this, but
Yeah, we know.
we didn't want to say anything before because we wanted to go check out the country first before we made an announcement, because there's nothing more fun than making an announcement and then finding out maybe that's not really for me.
You want to really check out a place before you move there, for sure. Aw, thank you, Patrick. Yes, we are definitely gonna do it, guys. So, which opens up a lot of opportunity if you're a reseller. If you want to come pick our stuff, as they say,
we got stuff.
Let us know if you want to come check out what we've got for sale. We will be having probably a couple of estate sales, and we can estate sale bingo from here if you want, but that's okay. We will not be reselling there. No, ma'am.
So we belong to a couple Facebook pages, and somebody actually posted about like reselling in one of the Facebook pages for Costa Rica. And some other guy got on there and said, I tried it for like a month. And he said, I gave it up because
mail service is not the best.
They have no addresses.
Yeah.
There's barely any street signs where we were. And they have a limited amount of post offices. And so, yeah, no.
Yeah. So we're not going to do it. We were going to be retired before this anyway.
It'd be really expensive.
It would.
Postage. So, yeah, we can. We tested it, actually.
We did a live from there.
And about 3 weeks ago.
Yep. And it was fine. So, yes, we will still be on YouTube. And we will still be doing the YouTube thing. But we will not be reselling anymore.
No.
Nope.
No.
We've decided to retire anyway before that. So we've been closing down. We're not doing Johnny's auctions anymore. You missed it. That's okay. Go back. You can find it. It's in our library of videos.
No. Our last whatnot was last Saturday.
Yep.
Because
hey,
bum crack.
And again, same reason, shipping, pain in the butt.
Well, trust me, bum crack, if we do feature all our stuff, I'm cleaning everything frantically, because that's one of our biggest beefs. Is like, you gotta dust stuff.
You gotta dust shit, people. So yeah, it might show up on an estate sale.
We're still trying to find an estate sale company, because we really don't want to do this ourselves, because it takes a lot of manpower to any of you've ever been to an estate sale company, you see how many people, family members they have on board to watch the rooms and all this stuff. And yeah, but
I know
nobody wants to. Right now, we've been through 3 estate sale companies, and nobody wants to deal with the amount of stuff we have. And the thing with estate sale companies, they're used to either somebody moving into assisted living or dying. And we're not doing either one of those.
We don't want to do that.
And we don't want to move out of the house because we live in a touristy area and we have 2 cats. So for us to
find a rental would be almost impossible.
Yeah, for a short-term rental.
But we can move into a room of the house and just have the cats in the room of the house while we have the sale. So that's cool. So reselling, yeah, I know it's been tough. But since we announced retirement, I have been having a hard time not checking out and buying bargains and doing things like that. It's just, it's been tough. It's been tough. But
before we met each other, I started selling on eBay when it first started in the late 1990s when I lived in Missouri. And she started doing it probably about the same time in Michigan.
Yeah. Well, when eBay fired up, 1999 or something?
Yeah.
I was on eBay. So, yeah.
Hey, Ethel.
Hey, Ethel, welcome.
Okay. So Costa Rica has 2 climates. Or 2 seasons, rainy and dry.
There's the other question.
The cost of living, it depends.
Yeah, if you're not in a touristy area, it's quite reasonable.
If you live by the beach, and they've got lots of beaches because they're on the Caribbean side and they're on the Pacific side. Excuse me. So it tends to be more hot there.
On the beaches. And you get up higher in altitude, it's cooler.
We don't need that.
We don't need hot. I would just want moderate temperatures.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with 80. 80's fine. And it's usually quite nice there. So
once you start
during the summer, won't it be? No, it's not. Not any worse than it is in Michigan. It really isn't. It's pretty much dry season and rainy season. And rainy season usually means it rains in the evenings, early evenings and afternoons. But
The
other than that,
humid-
it's fine.
So May is the start of the rainy season. And basically what that means is that it rains in the afternoon. Like
Mhm.
it might be cloudy in the morning and you can't see the top of the mountains, but if you're living in Central Valley, and so we had a couple really good rains,
Mhm.
which at the end of our second week caused a mudslide and blocked a road and part of a bridge
Yeah.
that I think we had driven over earlier in the week or something.
Let's see. Let me pull up some Costa Rica here.
So, yeah, obviously, the higher you get up in the mountains, the cooler it's going to be at night. And I think we actually, even living or staying by San Ramon, it got down to like 60 something one night.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm just going to share screen. So let me do this here. Present. There we go.
Oh, that helps.
Well, yeah, it's a map, right? So, I mean, it's just a simple map, but there it is. Hold on. Let me get it up. Let me pull it up. Add a screen. There we go. Costa Rica, kids.
Okay,
In a
so
nutshell.
they have two airports. One's in Liberia and the capital city of San Jose,
which is right.
which
here.
is Central Valley.
Yeah.
So anything where it says San Jose, Heredia, those areas, we stayed around that area.
Mhm.
So we flew into San Jose and then we rented a car and we drove to Gracia, which isn't on the map.
No. but I can-
Gracia is known for having
Let's see what
the
other pictures we
largest
have.
metal church in Costa Rica.
It is. So it's red, but it's metal. But anyway,
Catholicism is their national religion. They actually have a national religion.
that's a little better. Gives you a little more topographical kind of thing going on here. But yeah, Central Valley is like right in here, and then there's mountains and all sorts of things and volcanoes and stuff. Let me pull down
They have lots of volcanoes.
that kind of stuff. It's very nice.
A lot of them are inactive at the moment. One of them,
Greg was on Yahoo Marketplace before.
oh, that I've never tried that.
I didn't try it either. Yeah, perfect, exactly.
Actually,
Great for plants.
I think that the humidity in Costa Rica is actually better than living in Florida.
As far as less
humid.
Yeah, less humid.
It's
yeah.
humid,
but it's not super humid. I wasn't.
The only time I felt the heat
dying.
is when we had gone through Central Valley and then the driver took us down to the really dry area and the foliage, I mean, you could tell it was dry. Central Valley, it's very tropical.
Very green.
I'm
just seeing what we saw that.
Is that Arenal?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think it is because that patch there. It looks very much like it. And that's the crater inside the volcano. Yeah, but this is what a lot of it's like. It's
palm trees, bamboo, tropical plants that you would spend a lot of money on here to have as house plants. And they kept telling us it's dry season, it doesn't look as green. And I'm like, and don't touch the pretty frogs. And don't touch the pretty cats either.
Don't touch the pretty kitties.
So,
there's a Roman, that's a percentage of religious affiliations. Mostly Roman Catholic.
That's from 2004 though.
I know.
So
yeah. But a lot of cool buildings.
The bigger cities have a centralized Catholic church, and it's usually a huge church, architecturally cool and everything. And then across from that, they have a large city park where people hang out. So
she needs help moving her stuff. The folks thinking miles away. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, imagine moving your stuff to Costa Rica. There are a lot of different kinds of animals and birds. We saw parrots in the freaking,
in San Ramon. They're very noisy.
In town. They were just like pigeons. They were
hey,
everywhere.
Jessica.
Hey, Jessica, welcome. Welcome, dear. Yeah, I know. It's something about family's very important.
So Costa Rica is smaller in size than Michigan. So but they're like in the top 5 countries of biodiversity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's amazing.
That's the critters.
But no, we did not see a sloth.
We didn't see any sloths, though.
We didn't do a lot of the touristy stuff.
I'm just running through the images that Google.
We didn't see one of those either.
The toucan.
I don't know what that is.
That's artwork.
But they do they're very environmentally conscious, and they're very protective of like the volcanoes and things like that.
Yeah, they're natural spaces.
They have quite a few national parks. They have
Yes.
They have rescue centers.
Yeah, they have like refuges.
Yeah, they started doing away with zoos quite a while ago.
Yeah.
So do they recycle? I have no clue.
I believe they do somewhat, because I noticed in some of the places, like at the airport and stuff, they had recycled plastic, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, they do as much as they can, I would think. So yeah, we're going to do it, kids. We're going to move. So.
Oh, Destiny, you can't believe how gorgeous it really, 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 really is.
It's amazing.
Because they kept telling us it's dry season, the rainy season is going to start in May, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, you've got flowering plants. We're barely in spring in Michigan. Like, seriously, there's plants I've never seen before in my life. Everything is fresh.
Share this again. Add to the stage. There we go. Waterfalls like crazy. Just, type in Costa Rica, you'll get an idea of what we're talking about. Beautiful space.
Oh, I still have to delete pictures. Good God almighty.
Yeah, I've got a lot in mine too. For sure.
Trying to find, there we go.
Good place eco-friendly and dissolve the trash.
So
yes, same here. We try to do that too. Let me make us big. Hold on. There you go.
This is a picture of what we viewed every morning when we woke up in San Ramon.
No, that didn't help me any. Sorry.
So that's a little, and as you can see, the building codes are different there.
Take care, Jessica. Thanks for coming in, hon.
And yeah, the views were freaking amazing. There's people grow cactus there, and it was amazing. Mangoes were just in season
when we were there. Yeah.
And both hostesses graced us with a fresh mango, which I had to YouTube how to slice. Because
we don't cut up a lot of mangoes here.
So the first mango was just extraordinary. They are so friendly and so gracious, and
it will be a heck of an adventure, let me tell you.
It just
yeah, houseplants are huge there. The ones we think of as houseplants are growing wild just everywhere, and they're huge. They're huge.
We actually saw a couple of the smaller waterfalls. We weren't really up for any hiking or anything like that.
No.
But the driver we hired, I mean, we did have a rental car, but it's hard. I navigate
to see the sights when you're trying to drive on those roads.
You gotta kind of pay attention to the roads.
Yeah. So we let somebody else drive for a while, and he took us.
So it was worth every penny we spent. He was very knowledgeable, bilingual.
I can use my driver's license here, but we're probably
you have to get residency.
Yeah, we will definitely apply for residency there, and then we'll get our own driver's license for there for sure.
And there's different, like Sarchi is known for furniture. Gracia is known for selling cars.
Yeah.
And they do not manufacture vehicles there. So as far as the cost of living, like to buy a used vehicle there is expensive. But it'd be more expensive to move your car there with a transport company. Now those have thatched roofs, but most of the roofs in Costa Rica and homes are metal. Corrugated metal.
Yeah, I was going to say, not that one. Hang on a second. Let's find the right one. There we are. I knew we were there somewhere. Let me get this out of here. Remove. Thank you. There we go. Let me pull that one back up.
Oh, look, that must be a resort because there's little pools. And they do get earthquakes, but nothing earth shattering
Truly.
because in volcanoes.
A lot of houses. No, that's a resort, but there are a lot of houses on the side of hills and stuff too. So it's kind of cool.
Well, the house we stayed at for the Airbnb, I think it was like 3 levels. And you wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
And they had a covered outdoor kitchen. So I definitely need to up my Spanish.
Yep, you're gonna up your Spanish. I'm working on the rest of the videos. I'm still working on videos from the trip, so bear with me. The wonders of Costa Rica. That's a
video.
So go if you wondered, what we saw and stuff, go check out some other videos that people have put up as well, because it's kind of cool. And it's a beautiful place, and the weather suits our bones right now. So we're gonna go. We're gonna do
this last winter. We were just tired of being cold.
Yeah, I'm tired of being cold now. Last winter, my butt. Right now, I'm cold. Proving it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
Thank you for that.
I thought I'd share with you. I just thought I'd share that frigid cold hand.
They're trying to change the laws on this, but if you go as a tourist, you can stay 180 days.
Yes.
And you're not paying taxes.
Yes.
They have national health care.
Yes.
So you can leave the country for a few days and come back, and then it resets 180 days. However, they're realizing that a lot of people who move there aren't paying into the tax system, into the national health care stuff, which is not cool. So they're trying to get that changed so that you're allowed the 180 days, but then you can't come back for 90 days. But, government never works fast, so we don't know.
I'm going to pull this map up. This has a better shows you a better idea of what the different regions, I guess you'd call them, are.
Oh, we were in the northern zone because there's Arenal.
Yeah, so we went up there. But this is the Central Valley, so we were kind of northern zone-ish as well. I don't think, can I blow that up a little bit? Yeah, so there's different areas that are popular during different seasons, and that shows the different seasons. But we landed the airport right about here. You can see the little hand on the screen. And we ended up staying kind of Central Valley-ish, this area. We did drive around and check all that out, though, which is very cool. The Caribbean side is a little more arid. And this is where most people hit the beaches over here. So,
yeah. And they still have indigenous tribes, indigenous people who still live their way of life.
Yeah.
And you can go visit them. But yeah, and their whole motto is Pura Vida.
Yep. So, any questions? We wanted to get that out and get it out in the world so people know what's going on. We will be liquidating everything we own pretty much, except for, not my computer, not my turntables, and I'm taking a lot of vinyl with me. I got to warn you.
And music.
And music, yes. Music and vinyl, for sure.
But we've pared that down, too.
Yeah, we have.
It was hard.
We've been paring it down on the regular.
Because we checked into pricing for international moving.
Like a shipping container, right?
Like
lots.
Yes, we are taking the kiddos with us. I've already gotten the carriers for them because you have to have it has to be a specific size. They can't be over 20 pounds.
The cats.
And you have to be able to get them under the seat.
And they're not 20.
And they're considered a carry-on. You have to pay extra for them, but they're considered a carry-on. So I'm like, really? So, yeah.
Really. So we'll probably be taking as much as we can as check baggage.
Yeah.
Because certain airlines and certain, you'd have to go first class, but you can have 2 free.
But there's perks to that.
Yeah, there's 2 free check bags that are up to 70 pounds, like in Delta. and then you pay extra for other check baggage, and you're allowed up to, was it 5 or 10? I can't remember.
10 per person.
Per person, and
But they have to be 62 inches
like a tote.
total. So it's like a medium-sized tote.
Yeah, which is fine. I think we can fit just about everything into those.
Yeah.
And if not,
we met some they call them expats, but basically you're all immigrants if you're from another country.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
So we met somebody from England
Mm-hmm.
who was going back.
But she just summers there, I think.
Yeah, she gets away from England.
Yeah.
Winters.
Mm-hmm. Okay, she winters there.
We met one guy who'd been there for a week, one guy who'd been there for 5 weeks, a couple that's been there for
years,
3 years or more, and they own an acre of coffee plants.
So they actually grow their own coffee.
They grow their own coffee. So one of the things I learned, which I never realized, is that it takes basically a year from the time you harvest the coffee bean to when you can use it.
When you can roast it and grind it.
There's like, she was explaining the whole process, and
which is fascinating.
They just use it for themselves.
Fascinating.
And I think that there is a standard in Costa Rica, a national standard for what kind of coffee you can grow.
Like, you can't grow certain kinds of coffee, which is fine because it's really good coffee. Exactly. Very good coffee. So cats are coming.
Yeah, the cats were never.
We were going to take our trikes, but then we realized that with the roads and the hilliness of it all, the trikes wouldn't be a great idea. So we're going to sell those.
You don't know until you actually see what you're dealing with in another country. Yeah. It doesn't matter where you go. It's always good to visit it first
before you
make decisions, because we realize while people bike.
Yeah, bicycling's a big thing there.
And
motorcycles are a big thing.
They had the calf muscles to show it.
Well, yeah.
Because
a lot of hills.
A lot of hills.
I drove those hills. Lots of hills.
So they, they're very serious about their biking, and there's bike shops there, but there was no recumbent bikes.
Thank you, Greg. It's okay. So we'll be selling a lot of stuff, basically. We appreciate you being shocked, but happy.
But the nice thing is, if you get WhatsApp, you can still text us because
and we'll have YouTube.
Yeah, and there's YouTube, and we have StreamYard.
We have email.
Because she has a VP, she researched VPNs.
Got us a VPN, so we can,
All I know is that it can connect to the United States, and it makes your phone and your computers think that you're still in the U.S.
So that works well.
So we used that a lot when we were down there, but we did have to get a SIM, an eSIM.
eSIM for the phones, because
it's
we didn't have to. We could have paid 12 something.
Yeah, Verizon charges $12 a day extra if you use data while you're in another country.
No,
if you're in Canada or Mexico, it's only $6 a day. Because I researched.
So we'll be getting different phones, we'll use different eSIMs. I should say.
We did get dinged the first day because we
had to transfer over. But other than that, so we'll be selling our house, selling our car, selling our stuff, and hitting the road.
Yeah,
hitting the plane. The cats are very excited.
No, they're not.
You put treats in their little bags that we bought them.
Yeah.
Our little cat carriers. We had to have a soft side.
I know Trevor's been in one of it, but I don't know about Widget.
Somebody got all the treats.
And I tried putting a harness on Widget, and that didn't go well. Factor. So now we have to work on that.
Yeah. But they'll be fine.
It's just getting them through TSA. That will be a pain in the patootie. But apparently you can ask
for a room
so that they can go through, because both girls are freakish and it's going to freak their shit basically. Yeah. So, and you know what, if you have like a chunky monkey cat, they're slippery.
It's time to just embarrass the cats about their size.
Yeah. I'm very jealous of people who walk their cats through the scanners. And I'm like, no, that'll never work for us. I can't take the harness off.
They're too little freakish. They're afraid of everything.
I'm like,
they're afraid of everything.
I can't stand in line and hold my cat while everybody else goes through, because if it's backed up, it could be just ugly. So we'll work on the details of that.
We're working on
But,
it. We're working on it.
Yeah, it was never a thought that we're not going to take cats. Yeah, you do have to spend some money to take your cats. You have to pay extra on the airline. You have to
Kitty's Annex, exactly. It'll help a little bit.
Usually they give them gabapentin.
Something. Kitty's Annex.
Yeah.
Kitty downers, whatever you want to call it.
So
I vote yes.
I think 10 days before you leave, you have to go to a USDA certified veterinarian, which we have. At least one of ours is. And so that's extra money. Each cat has to get a I think they have to get rabies shots and they have to get flea and tick meds and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting time, kids. So spread the word. If anybody's interested in buying some stuff, let us know. We'll be selling a lot of different things. We could ship our car, but it's a lot of money to ship a vehicle there. So
and taxes
and
import taxes and stuff are just like no.
Eventually buy a car.
And it's not really the right size car to drive down there.
Well, the big trucks there.
It's different.
Parking it would be a pain in the ass because parking is at a premium there, especially in town during like business hours, lunch hour and stuff. Because when we were walking, I'm showing a video where we went to I'm working on the video where we went to that Windowed Soda in San Ramon.
Oh yeah,
where we had the really good food. And every parking spot was taken. Every parking.
Well, we paid for parking,
and we ended up paying for parking. So yeah.
And then I told the young man that he sounded like a TV announcer.
He did.
He didn't speak any English, but
he had a used TV Google, announcer voice.
He was like slightly embarrassed, but he like big smile. Because I use Google Translate. We used Google Translate for a lot of stuff because we knew we didn't know the language as well as we should have. And we're always really grateful if somebody knew English. So
hey, Lady Luck Junk, how you doing, sweetie? We're just talking about moving to Costa Rica. Welcome in. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time, baby. So yeah, now the work begins as far as liquidating everything.
But that's why we took the trip. I mean, we needed a break. We haven't had a legit vacation in forever. And even though we were
She's in.
Even though we were there to scout it out, we, hiring a driver to drive us around different little towns and stuff like that to show us the options we could possibly have.
Cost of living, if you live like a local, which is not any worse than how we live right now. I mean, it's not like we're going to be giving up anything. They have local markets every week. Farmers market.
We went to the farmers market.
Amazing. I wish my footage would have shown up. Yeah, Danica wants to go. I know, right? So we went to the farmers market and my footage didn't. It was too dark. My camera was fried by then, probably.
But the amount
of
variety, fresh fruit and
meat
stuff.
Market.
I've never seen some lady try to sell me fish. She was very nice about
it. Was like a day before we left.
And between her Spanish and my English, I let her know like we're leaving tomorrow, so
we won't be able to eat your fish. But thank you. But so they're open every week, and most of the local
and
people,
it was huge.
Most of the locals go there and shop for their weekly groceries.
Yeah,
truly, eggs, meat, fish, lots of veggies and fruits. Very great. Flowers. There was even a couple clothing vendors there.
Yeah.
So
homemade stuff.
Homemade stuff. And every town has that kind of thing. Most towns have that kind of thing. Juan Valdez as a kid. Yeah, there you go. And the coffee there is amazing.
Oh, and the food, you guys, was just
to die for. It was very good.
It was amazing.
So yeah, we figure it's going to be quite the adventure. We need an adventure in our old age. What can I say? Yeah. We're going to do it. We'll stay on YouTube. We will not be reselling anymore. We will be doing a lot more traveling because we're going to be in an area where we can go check things out. So expect a lot of YouTube-y stuff from there. We're probably going to be able to get, hopefully, this is the cross your fingers portion. try to get our stuff sold by first part of September, hopefully August to September, but we'll see
because as you all know, the
takes
housing
a long time.
market, depending on where you live, could go faster, it could go medium,
Right.
or it could go slow.
Yep.
So yeah, and plus we have to, do stuff.
We have to get rid of all the stuff.
Thank you.
So thank you.
So
Remember the
regarding
wants,
cost of
exactly.
living, so we looked at places to live, to rent,
to
because we
rent.
do not want to buy. And everybody who's anybody on any of these Facebook pages is like,
And just
do not move here and buy right away.
Yeah, because it's easy to buy but hard to sell. Number one.
Yeah.
And number two is you don't know exactly where you want to be. I mean, you can you can take a guess, but maybe you get there and suddenly you fall in love with this other area, and then you're stuck with property wherever. So we're going to rent at first, and renting there is not
As
so for real.
expensive.
Yeah, exactly. We're not kidding. We're not kidding, Danica. We're serious.
No, we are totally serious.
For absolute reals, we are moving to Costa Rica. There you go. But yeah, the real estate there, the rental rates aren't bad. Usually it's water, and internet, and sometimes electric's included.
A lot of them are furnished.
A lot of them are furnished, and they, I mean, if you say, okay, I've got a budget of $1,000 to $1,200 for rent, say a month, you can find a very nice place.
Yeah.
We saw a really cool place in Tennis. We would have loved to have rented on the spot if we would have had the money up front. It was like $1,200, right?
Yeah. And then he said
it's beautiful.
He didn't realize we had cats. So he said he would have to charge
a little more for cats, but I'm like, that's
no
problem. Because they don't have carpet. They have everything's hard surfaces there because of humidity, right? And it's a tropical climate. So you have like tile floors and stone patios, and you have throw rugs, but you don't have carpet. You don't have like wall-to-wall carpet. And I don't know if there's some places had heaters, but you really wouldn't need them. And AC was optional.
Depending on where. Now, the place we looked at Tennis, it was 2 stories. The view out of the second floor office, and the guy like designed it himself or something. And his family basically lives on the same property.
Yeah.
Like aunts and uncles and all that stuff.
So it's a compound. They've got a lot of different.
Very family oriented.
Acreage, and they've got a lot of different buildings.
Very family oriented. So this building, this house that he built, it's 2 stories. And we got upstairs to the office and we were like, "Holy crap! Look at the view."
It was like half outdoors. It was beautiful.
And there was a lime tree growing on the property.
Yep.
I'm like, really? So limes are a big thing there, more than lemons.
And they get monkeys.
And he had like trail cams out.
Yeah.
And he got footage at night of a jaguar. I think it was a jaguar.
Yep.
Black jaguar.
Mm-hmm.
And then another animal that I forget the name of, but yeah, it just was like, okay, I like this place and you're not supposed to feed the birds, the animals, nothing. You can plant flowers and stuff to get up. They have like, I don't know how many different varieties of hummingbirds. And we went to a restaurant that it was an older restaurant with wood floors built into the hill and
coconut. Yeah.
Coconut. Coconuts are a thing there.
Oh, totally.
Bananas, plantains. We ate a lot of plantain. It's like a grill it. It looks like a banana, but it's not.
No.
And it was good.
It's very good.
Ate a lot of rice and beans, and it was amazing to me that the subtleness of the different flavors of rice and beans, depending on the beans they use, the rice they use, and stuff like that. But rice and beans is a main staple for all meals.
She was referring to the song, "Put the lime in the coconut."
Oh, sorry, I'm slow today.
It's okay. I just want to make sure you knew what she was talking about.
Thank you for clarifying. I'm a little slow sometimes.
I was waiting for you. Yeah, that's good.
I just like, hey.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar cane is a big thing.
Sugar cane's a big thing.
Coffee is a big thing. Apparently, Starbucks owns property there, and that's
where they get their
coffee plantation is only for Starbucks. You can't go there and go, "Oh, I want some."
That's okay. They got plenty of other good coffee.
Yeah, I've had real Costa Rican coffee. I'm like, Starbucks, never mind.
Never mind. We're good.
I'm good now.
Yes. What other observations did you make? So anyway, it was a very nice house, and we would have
Oh yeah.
plunked down the money immediately. But yeah, yes, Starbucks buys from around the world, but they do have the Costa Rican connection for sure.
So there's different areas. So they have dairy cows. They have beef cattle.
Mhm.
So, but it depends on the area. And a lot of like the coffee plantations and stuff, are kind of built into hills.
Yeah. Plus, they have a lot of different agricultural stuff set up. You'll drive, and you'll see, like in this valley, if you're up in the side of the hills or the mountains, where it's just covered. There's like a covered area, like greenhouses or whatever, shaded, and they're growing all sorts of things there: house plants, strawberries, all sorts of things.
Yeah,
they export.
strawberries were in season, though. I have to say, I think Michigan strawberries
They're a little sweeter.
were better.
They're a little sweeter.
I like them a little better than,
But
but the strawberries there aren't bad. It's just I like Michigan strawberries a little.
she's spoiled.
Yeah, but I mean, everything is built right next to the road.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.
So when we get back there, we'll do more walking tours and things and show you guys a little more. But the cost of living there, if you're not trying to vacation there and be in a high touristy area and go to expensive places, it's very reasonable.
I think.
Very reasonable. Well, we ate that one soda, and it was like 2 giant meals for like under $15 with drinks.
Yeah.
And everything. So.
And a total language barrier.
But we made it work.
We just told them we want chicken. We want Costa Rican food with chicken.
Thank you.
And then surprise us.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of looked at us like we were the weirdest white women they have ever seen before in their entire life.
Sweet.
But they made us a meal
to die for. Oh, thank you, Ethel. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's time, baby. If we don't do it now, we won't do it.
And that's the thing, Greg. These were in season, but they use black sunshades to protect the more delicate stuff because they're up in the mountains. Mm-hmm. The sun's going to be more intense.
Burn it out, yeah.
So, but yeah, like you just drive along the road, and there's people with pickup trucks selling fruit and stuff out of the back of their truck.
All sorts of things.
Not that you could pull off the road at that moment and get some, but yeah.
All sorts of things. So yeah, it's very fun. It's very
the scenery to it. We were doing a lot of, oh my gosh, holy crap, this is awesome. And the driver would just laugh at us because he's like seen it a gazillion times before.
Yeah,
but we liked him.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, because we even bought a tomato and stuff, and it was definitely not greenhouse.
No, it was not a greenhouse tomato. The food just tasted really good there too. So we're moving for the climate, we're moving for the food, and we're moving just to have a little adventure because we're old and we're not going to live forever.
Yeah.
And why not do it now? Because if we don't do it now, we never will.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about leaving the anything for our kids, right? I don't want to leave them the stuff we've accumulated. I want to get out.
Oh, we don't have kids. We have cats.
Yeah, there we go. So we can do what we want to do, darn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have public transportation.
Yes. Very good public transportation, actually.
Yeah.
From town to town. Now, mind you, Costa Rica literally is 2/3 the size of the state of Michigan. It's 2/3 the size of Michigan. So that tells you how big it is. So you can drive end to end in a day, no problem. But yeah, there's just all sorts of different ecosystems in this one area, which is so cool. Little microclimates, You got pictures?
So we went to La Paz to look at a place. It was on a family-owned sugarcane farm. Mm-hmm. And this was the bus stop.
That was painted on the wall of the bus stop. There was a couple. Did you get pictures of all the other sides?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just very cool. So it's very pretty there. But the place we stopped, because we also looked at a possible rental there, which was not bad. Yeah, there I am standing there.
Hey, little Debbie.
Hey, little Debbie. How you doing, sweetie? Just dropping the news in case you just got here. We're moving to Costa Rica.
stupid work.
All right.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do,
It's
Patrick.
okay, Patrick. Yeah. So
So they have a thing called suicide showers.
all right, we're going there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is that's the bus stop. That's one of the bus stops there. It's just
That was the best one I saw as far as painting.
Yep.
Well,
they have pigeons.
Yeah, they have mourning doves. They have pigeons. So
I'm just looking at your pictures now.
they have pumas.
Yep.
And then I had to look it up because I know we have pumas in the States. Basically, pumas have a range from southern Canada all the way down to Central America and farther, probably. So it's interesting to learn all that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, our favorite cafe.
Yeah, our favorite cafe, which is yes, it is called the Cafe. What is it called?
Barilla.
Barrera.
Yeah, I can't pronounce it.
So it's coffee, books, and food, which is lovely. There's Sarchi. Going to Sarchi. And there's our cat. So I think we're done with Costa Rica. Oh no, that's pizza. How'd you get a cat picture in there?
Because Laura's now with the
Oh.
new system. This Charlie's daughter.
Oh.
I don't want to show it
Okay.
because privacy and all that.
Okay.
Anytime somebody sends me a picture now, it saves it in my gallery.
What is this? Furniture store?
Oh, I think Charlie probably sent that to me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry, Charlie.
This is the update. So,
Oh, okay. So yeah, he's going through a furniture store.
So they have this thing called suicide showers, and what it is it's electrical. So the showers, both Airbnbs had this. So basically, it's an electrical shower head that comes out.
It's a shower head with hot water.
And it's been wired to the electric.
Well, hot water heaters in older Costa Rican homes are not a thing. Okay, so they retrofit them, the showers, with a heating element and electrical. And the reason they're called suicide showers, which you probably shouldn't say on YouTube, by the way.
I know, but I don't know what else to call them.
That's what they're called. It's joking.
Primitive. They are primitive shower heads.
They're because of the wiring is somewhat showing. You know what I mean?
It's been capped off.
You're running electrical to a water source, but it just heats the water. That's all it does.
Not my favorite.
She gets a little tense about that.
Well,
but
newer places,
newer places have hot water heaters.
Yeah. So, but if you live farther out,
Debbie and Max, libraries with English language books. Some.
I don't know.
She was looking for when we went to this place that had the book and coffee shop. She was looking specifically for like Dick and Jane books in Spanish, so she could learn Spanish. Is what she was.
So I got a book,
but they do have libraries
from the early 2000s that is vegetables and fruits, not necessarily indigenous to Costa Rica, but this way I can learn
names of things. And
then I came back. So this place is run by this beautiful young couple. They had just opened it last November. It's and you got to remember, everything is wide open. Restaurants, sodas, cafes, windows, there's no screens. You just, stores, it's pretty much all wide open.
They have a problem with many mosquitoes, though.
No, I think because we were higher up.
Maybe.
I think that if you're
rainforesty area.
Yeah.
So not a lot of mosquitoes were bugging us while we were there. And I did get bit by one thing.
So not only did the young woman remember our names and who belonged to who, like she remembered, this is Dawn and I'm Mary. Her husband had said to her, I'm assuming they're married, I could be totally wrong, had told her I was looking for a children's book
in Spanish
to start learning rudimentary Spanish. And he had told her, and she was serving us breakfast that morning, and she's like, my husband said you should try this book. So that was sweet. I just want to move to that area because I love that cafe.
But also in the more heavy expat areas, and where there's more English speaking people that have moved there, they have areas set up in different restaurants and sodas where they have like a book exchange program, like that one we stopped at after we looked at some places, and we ended up meeting the chick who was at the that borrowed the lawn furniture. That whole in there was full of American English speaking people and books. So yeah, if you're bored and want something to read, you can find it in English for sure. And welcome, guys. So yeah, the big reveal today was we're moving to Costa Rica.
Sometime
In
this
case
year.
you're coming in late, sometime this year. So if you want to come pick our stuff and see if there's anything before we have the giant estate sale, let us know. We will be happy to let you in the door and
go picking.
You can go picking as well. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I now want to definitely live by San Ramon so that
Yeah,
I don't have to
that's our
travel
area.
an hour to go to that cafe because I love that couple. I really do. They were like totally awesome, man.
Well, yeah, and we found that really good.
And she wants me to teach her better English, and I want her to teach me Spanish. So
there you go. She's already got a tutor lined up, basically. You take it out and trade, as they say.
Oh, so if you travel, here's tips and tricks. So
and now for the tips and tricks portion of our program.
I downloaded a currency exchange app.
Yeah.
I downloaded Google Translate. So Google Translate has this thing where you can use your camera you pick your language. So say you're going to Spain. You can pick Spanish
or English or whatever
to translate, and you can use your camera on a menu.
Now, most people do this, by the way. I hate to tell you this.
Okay, I didn't know this until I got there.
Well, you can take a picture of the thing and it'll translate it for you right over.
Well, no, you just hold it over top and it translates a menu for you.
Right, exactly, which
was very handy.
Very handy, for sure. So yeah, tips and tricks.
And they, people were so kind, and they were like, "Oh, my English isn't very good," and I'm like, "Really?" Because your English is probably much better than my Spanish.
I don't know if I showed you guys Costa Rican money or not yet.
Mine's upstairs.
I know.
They do take U.S. dollars, depending on where you are.
I got change and
they will change you, but
there you go. 1,000 colones, which is from Costa Rica. It's got the deer on it. It's got the president, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, it's clear on this side. It's very cool. This is
the bills are different sizes so that people who are visually impaired can tell the difference.
It's 2,000 colones.
Look how colorful that is.
Isn't that beautiful? And it's got the clear. Yeah, that's $4. So we're raking in the bucks here. Buddy.
Yeah, it's about 500 colones to $1.
Yep. And they have coins too. I didn't bring any coins down. I should have, but I didn't.
So when you first get there, and math is not my forte, so that's why I had the currency exchange app. We used our Capital One credit card for a lot because they do not charge international fees.
Yes.
For transactions, so we use that.
And it's easier just to use that for places. That
and a lot of places have the machines to take care of it. So,
so you get the current exchange.
But they would say, "Oh, it's 30,000 colones," and I'm like, "What? Like what? 30,000? 30 freaking thousand?"
But also, you could just do it with a calculator, roughly too.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't give you the exact exchange rate for the day, but you know what I mean. But like a calculator, you can put 30,000 in. So and divide it by
30,000 colones is $59.41.
It's $60. There you go.
Yeah.
Nothing costs us $60 that I'm aware of. Maybe the pizza.
But the daily rate.
Yeah, depends on what the daily rate is.
Yeah, it's like 504.979 colones.
Right. So it's just
$1. But if you give them U.S. currency, which they'll happily take, you cannot let it have any writing on it or be ripped.
Yeah, it's got to be in pristine condition or pretty close to pristine.
Because the bankers will not take them.
So yeah. So
because I didn't know that, and I had a 5, and they're like, no, I can't take this.
There was something written on it? Or
it was ripped. It had a rip in it, and they wouldn't take it. And I'm like, okie dokie.
Yep. There you go.
The things you learn.
So, any questions before we sign off, kids?
Is it that time?
It's
Holy
damn near.
crap.
We got like a minute left.
What the hell?
We
Where'd the
talked-
time go?
We yacked about stuff.
So yeah, if you think of anything you want to know or you have any questions, you can email us. You can wait until we're here again.
We'll be back Thursday with the
Estate
estate sale
sale
bingo.
bingo.
It won't be our house yet. We're not ready,
Oh,
but
God, we're not ready.
but we will be having a sale or two this summer before we leave to get rid of stuff.
We're only allowed to have 2 sales
Yeah,
a
our
year
local area
in our township.
in our township says you can only have 2 sales in any given year. So we're gonna make them puppies count. So yeah, if you want to pick some of the stuff we've got, guys, let us know. You resellers out there,
We will give you good deals.
because of course it is all about just getting it out of the house, isn't it?
Because you can't take it with you.
Well, you could, but you have to pay big money to take it with you.
Well, and that's why we're not taking furniture. We're not at first, before we knew all the details, I wanted to like take my grandparents.
No,
Dresser.
not sadness. This is cool. We're still gonna be on YouTube and stuff. Don't worry. Tom is 2 times a year also. House. Yep.
We had a neighbor that tried that. Somebody called the cops on.
Yeah, they stopped him cold, baby.
Yeah, don't be doing that
Don't
shit.
be doing that.
Plus, they were always blocking the road, so it's like, don't do that.
Just
Just
neighbors were not.
be respectful.
Not us, but neighbors by them. Real close to them. Didn't want to park it. Don't park on my lawn. Is what they were.
Yeah,
basically
I wanted to bring my grandparents' dresser, and because it's sentimental, I've had it forever. I've had it since 9th grade, and then we started learning that one, U.S. furniture does not generally do well in Costa Rica.
It depends.
It
Like
depends on the kind of wood it
upholstered
is.
stuff, and upholstered things don't do well there.
Yeah.
Like super heavy
And
upholstery.
then moving it
Yeah.
was ridiculous. So we were just like,
It's
okay.
more about the moving it than
Yeah.
it is about the condition of it. I mean,
So
yeah, to ship something ground and then water freight is, and plus you pay.
well,
If you can bring
pay-
it on a plane with you, it's your personal property. But if you have to ship it in, you have to pay the import tax on it.
yeah, import fees. You have to pay rent while it's sitting in customs.
Yeah, want to do that. That's why we're
And
not
it
taking
could be
our car.
3+ months
Mhm.
before you get your stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah,
No, we'll bring it on a plane. We don't care.
yeah. So you just learn to downsize.
Mhm.
You do that whole thank you for bringing me joy, and I'm going to
Yeah.
let you go.
Yes, it's the old joy and release. There you go. All right, guys, we're gonna boogie out of here.
Yeah,
We will
because
see you Thursday.
we have to go clean up stuff.
If
And
you got any
get
questions
it organized.
or need anything, want to talk about anything, let us know. You know where to find us. We will be back Thursday.
If you need a therapy session,
yeah,
but it's because of
cool.
technology, it's not like you guys are gonna miss us that much. We can still talk.
Mhm.
We can still do StreamYard, and we can still do YouTube and stuff.
plus you're gonna get to go on this journey with us too, which is
Yeah.
kind of interesting because we're gonna go through the whole process of liquidating everything, and then we're going to go through the process of the move. So stay tuned, as they say. It's going to be a fun time. There you go. All right.
We
We
love
good?
you guys.
We love you guys. Peace out. Have a great week. Stay warm because it's
Yeah.
cold here. And we will see you in 2 days. We'll see you for estate sale bingo on Thursday.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Do hip kicks.